Okay. Welcome. Let's see. Everything looks like it is going. Howdy. Okay, we are live. I just decided to stream kind of impromptu today. And yeah, I have been working on this musical, Silhouettes of Scarlet, for I haven't been arranging for the better part of a year, but at least since December, maybe January of this year. And it is a great time. It's also a lot of work. And so I thought, I don't really see many creators like talking about this process of writing the charts for a musical. So I thought this is a good opportunity since I already started streaming last year, actually. July of last year was when I first started. I started a little bit with um, doing singing and stuff, but then I started really digging into video games and whatnot, and I already had the infrastructure. But yeah, I haven't seen many things where you're like looking at the screen and I'm telling you what I'm doing. So today, last stream, we actually worked on a little bit of string arrangement. And this time we're looking at sort of the finishing touches and putting more information to make things a little bit more clear for a rhythm chart and whether or not we're going to need more charts for it. Um, and we're going to make a sax part from scratch, literally from my brain, because there's no sax part in the track. And if there's no sax part in the track, but let's say a musician comes in to the fold and you need something for them to play. A lot of really talented winds players, sax players will maybe they might make up their own part and maybe that's what you end up doing. Um, but having a part for them is even better. And it just makes it so there's less explaining, and that's kind of my job is making charts so that there's less confusion. And there's nothing wrong with verbal direction when it comes to musicals and stuff like that. But when you have so many songs and so many rehearsals, the less people are confused about what they're doing, the better. And that includes stuff like cues. Honestly, I want to sort of debunk a lot of this process or what's the word? Demystify? Yeah, demystify, I guess, this process because I actually had this conversation one time. Somebody was curious about what I do in a musical besides play piano, because I also play piano in this. Um, and I was talking about how I not just am arranging the stuff, but I'm also making the charts for the ensemble that is playing the parts, and they wanted further explanation, this person. And so I was talking about how there are some musicians that do read music and they do understand like the language of the music and stuff, such as like reading chord charts, knowing what certain symbols mean. And overall, those things are standardized in the West. However, I kind of want to change certain things about that and sort of destigmatize the a musician working on something like a musical that maybe doesn't have a formal music education and is a brilliant player, but mostly does stuff by ear. And I was telling them some of the people in the musical, like don't read music like formally. And that person was like, "What? I can't." At first I was like thinking that she was like with me in the sense of like, "Oh, like that sounds tough." But no, it was something of the effect, in my opinion, of like, I can't believe that these people got this far without reading music. And I'm like, not the take I was going for, actually. I think it's pretty dope. If somebody doesn't read music and yet they're still able to play with an ensemble, they're still able to follow like direction and take notes. I think it's great. And if they're looking at my chart and they just see like I don't know, some dead language, they're looking at it, they just see hieroglyphics. That chart's not for them. I'm still gonna write the chart, but sometimes I might just put plain English. And that is a principle I actually learned in music college, which is um sometimes just put the direction in plain English. Like instead of always putting what's the word? Like some musical term like uh we'll say like a really simple one like rubato. Like if you've studied music, you would know what rubato means. Sometimes people forget too. Like rubato just means like without time or like with a feeling. But rubato, you could also just put like to avoid the explanation of like the one or two people in the room or maybe a few people who don't know what rubato is and they don't even register it as something they need to ask about and then they don't get the direction. Why doesn't the arranger or the orchestrator or whatever just avoid all that and just put without time or like on cue or whatever you mean? Because maybe rubato even means something else. Because if it's a soloist and you put rubato, easy peasy. But if it's like an ensemble part, rubato, it's going to be with the conductor, right? So just like you could put only on or like on cue, on conductor's cue, each note or something. So I'm figuring out ways to do that and just so like there's less time explaining and more time playing, like why not? So anyway, that was I'm not to like bash that person. I think they were just kind of like thinking, "Oh, if this person is on a musical, there's also this assumption that musicals are for like the wealthy, for like the top ensembles, like somebody plays at the Pantages, but of course there are like other levels of musical as far as like where you're playing. There's community orchestras, and those are like still really good. They're like really top level. But what about the people who I actually enjoy having folks who aren't like having music as their profession that are in the ensemble. Those are my most favorite gigs that I have, even like musicals notwithstanding. I honestly hadn't been in the musical sphere for a really long time. I have done mostly behind the scenes stuff, such as making demos for musicals and stuff. So this is my first like really creative part. But yeah, I enjoy working with really dope people who are respectful and like I don't care if they like don't know all the symbols of music or read less. I just want to know whether or not they do, so I write the chart accordingly. However, that's for like the musical itself, like where I'm dealing with the ensemble. But for the book, the score, what I'm doing is that is going to exist by itself so that that musical can be sold to other theaters, other groups, other talented people. And so those will be pretty standardized. And I might still write plain English if it's important, I will put slow down instead of retardando. I might still write it, but yeah. I just think that there's a lot of like stuff in music charts that like it's okay to not write the Italian, my dude. Like, why are we so obsessed with writing the Italian? You know? I just don't think it all has to be that way. But so here we are. I today we're yapping, yes, but we're also working on this next song, Modern Romantics. I did my first stream on Modern Romantics, but I was like struggling with technology, so it didn't look too good because of the internet. But it seems like we're doing all right now. So here we go, Modern Romantics. This is a really dope song. I highly recommend. Um, I wish I had the chat feature going here, but not today. We this is by Hazel. Go ahead and look them up. And I was writing this chart for an EP that we're putting together very soon. But this is also in the musical. So if you notice, there's a part down here that's empty and a part up here that is filled in. This is the chord chart. So it's gonna look like this. But there's definitely some fixes we want to do. And we really want to look at also cues and whether it's better to have the lyric cue, which is a practice I try to have for all rhythm charts that don't have lyrics in them. Because if you're just looking at a bunch of slashes and you don't really know what the chorus looks or sounds like, it's good to have some cues. So, yeah, let's look at it. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna play the song on stream because I don't wanna get you know, docked for copyright. Although I'm sure Hazel would love for me to play it on stream and like sample it and whatnot. Maybe I'll figure out a way for next time. Okay, so there's a lot of slashes. The really interesting part about this, and I want to make this really clear for the musicians, is that the pre-chorus has like a halftime feel, or a halftime. It's actually halftime. Because the tempo is right here. So you try so hard. Right here. So it's pretty fast. And then it goes to but all you want to do is run. Then it goes back to this. Oh, darling, bah. So that's a cool rhythm change. We want to get it down. So trying to figure out how to do that and to make that super clear. Because right here, maybe what it is having this be quarter notes instead of these slashes. Oh, it thinks I want to take a picture. There you go. The song is so legit. It's got some Paramore. I think it has some like I can't put my finger on it, but it definitely is related to the Paramore stuff, a little bit of it's almost progressive, like proggy. Um, I can't think of who I'm thinking of. There's like a Filipino band that I played a cover of recently with an artist. Can't remember what they're called. But my friend Jovi, whose music is also really dope, she introduced me to them. Right, give me 1 second. All right. Okay, so we have this, and this is gonna crescendo. Well, darling, might even put the melody somewhere. Yeah, my trouble sometimes is like if there's stuff going on in the rhythm, do I put the melody? on top of it. There's just not enough space. Um, all you want to do is run. Yeah, so I could put the melody there just to have a little cue. Um, let me check the. Is my keyboard on? No, it's not. But now it is. So let's check. Oh, application quit suddenly. One moment while we figure that out. It just crashed. Wonderful. This is why you save. So we're going to open it again. But for now, we will resume. Hopefully, yes, recover my files. But I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna like every time the Kofi bot comes on, I'm just gonna save. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah. Please open. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, hopefully it comes up. Yay. Okay, that was really strange. Let's save. Okay, we're gonna, let's see. Sometimes I like to put the date, but yeah, we'll just do that. It's fine. Replace. Okay. Okay, no, that's the course. It did not save my quarter notes, but honestly, not a big deal. We're gonna learn to save. Save when we do new stuff. Just reflexively, just freaking Command S, Command S. I definitely learned that the hard way, and still, I forget. So let's check on that chord. I wonder if you can hear that. Can you hear that at all? I don't think so. I'm gonna check on that. Sibelius is not running. Hmm. Had to check if this was accidentally my gaming stream. Let's try, because I want you to be able to hear. It would be nice. Okay. We'll try it again. Can you hear that? Strange. That's okay. It happened last time, but it wasn't. This time it's not even showing up. Input. Also, I haven't said what this app is. This is Sibelius, and there's a lot of different apps for music stuff, but can y'all hear that? I'm not sure. I don't see it. Oh, you know what? Let's try something. Uh, let's see. Okay, Sibelius, application capture. We're gonna restart this. Oh, there I am. We want application capture. One moment. Okay, we're back. We're gonna see if this works. Sorry about that. Okay, I think it works. It's probably really jarring, but hopefully that's good. Okay, back to it. We're checking these chords. So we have will you try so hard? It's really high and it sounds freaking dope when they do it. All you want to do is run. So we're gonna see how it looks, if it would be confusing or not to put that in there for the rhythm chart. We are gonna make these, so since we're putting lyrics, all, all you want to do is run. All to. So actually, although it feels like it's on the offbeat, it is not. It's on the second beat because we're in that halftime feel. So it's actually halftime feel. I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, something about this stream that I've had to come to terms with is that like I'm not completely an expert on these matters. So like if somebody's like, "Hey, you said a thing and I don't think that's correct." I invite you to correct me. Please do. Don't take my word for it. In the last stream I had, I was doing 12/8 and I couldn't figure out how to put a whole note in 12/8. And I freaking figured out like an hour later. I was like, "Oh my God, it's just a dotted whole note." Because I couldn't do addition in my head. Ugh. Sometimes it's the theory one mistakes, as some of my professors would tell me. It's just the theory one mistakes. It's not even the most complicated ones, but that happens. It's very ADHD coded as well. Yeah. So, all you want. So that'll be a quarter note. I mean, sorry, half note. All, then a eighth note. All you want to do is run. So then we have the upbeat. And I think it'll be good to have these things in the rhythm chart because what if the people playing rhythm want to sing? That's the other thing. Yes, it's easier to do just a rhythm chart without vocals, but maybe they're gonna sing, you know? But then you don't have to make a whole other chart or give them a whole other chart. That'd be so annoying. All you want to do. All, all you want to do is. I'm just gonna have all these. All you want to do is. Yeah. Is fun. We don't have a tempo on this, but we'll do it eventually. That is correct. I think it's a fifth down. Yeah. This is one of my favorite parts. I love when artists have perfect fourths or fifth harmonies. It's just so like, especially when they sing it in tune, it's like something for the ears. So what I'm doing right now is pressing Shift 4 for a interval below. See, that's not exactly the interval. So we want That's a tritone. E natural A. Why isn't it doing it? Oh. Hell yeah. So put the lyric there. So it is run. So I will have this part on the vocal, like the choir part, just so they have it all together. And I have um, I don't think it's a controversial opinion, but it's not a widely held opinion, which is that for the choir parts, I actually think you should have chords in them. Why wouldn't you? I think it's just an assumption that vocalists aren't thinking about chords, but I do, okay? And it's not just that, like, oh, Sochi, you're an instrumentalist because you think like that. Nope. I think it's just one of those things that there is assumptions that singers aren't thinking about the context in which they're singing. But like if I have the music notes and I don't have chords, I want to know where I'm sitting in the chord. That's me. But I think a lot of singers think like that. So these, oh, wait, no. These should go back to slashes. So half time, we want to make that a little bit bolder. And I think it's also longer notes. H for crescendo. Shift H is diminuendo. And we're pressing that save button because we just did a lot. And it won't let you have all the fun is the spoken word part. Right here, just for the instrumentalist, vocal cue, vocals. I'll say vocals. Okay, chorus. I could put a tempo, but we're already at a tempo, I guess here. Uh, I'll think about it. But let's put in the melody here. So this first chord is. So modern romantics. Modern, modern romance. Modern romantics. Modern. Let's do modern. 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 Yeah, that's do 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 do. Wonder if it's a triplet actually. Da 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 da. Modern, modern romantics. Ticks. So we're gonna do a quarter. I realize you can't see this. Yes. Oh, I want to make you a. I don't think think it's like that. So maybe we're doing a triplet. Modern romantic. Yeah. So this is a quarter. Ticks. Ticks. That sounds about right. Hmm. This would be something I have to listen to again, but that's okay. Let's check it out. Modern romantics, yeah. Modern romantic, modern romantic. Yeah, okay. Then modern romantics kind of goes beyond the measure. Modern, modern romantic. Strange. Oh, I think I'm crossing the bar. There's a there's a concept in orchestration called like crossing the middle, I think is what it's called, or splitting the middle. Yeah. And like when you split the middle of the bar, so like from 3 to 4 or 2 3, 2 to the third beat, it can get confusing reading. So I want to avoid that. I don't think it doesn't feel very triplet, chip, triplety. So we're gonna delete that. Modern, I think it's just 16th note. Modern, modern, modern. Why am I struggling with this? It's also getting hot. I need to open the window. Modern, modern, modern romantics. So ticks is on 4. Modern romantic. Okay, so overall we're sometimes you could go backwards if you can't figure out the thing. Yeah, I don't think it's that fast. Modern. It just crosses that second measure or that second bar. Beat. Goodness gracious. Modern. That could be it. It was so much simpler than I thought. Does that make sense? Can you even see this? We're gonna zoom. All right. So I'm trying to do modern romantics. And that will go over. Modern romantics. So yeah, it's just a little eighth note. Now we'll do a lyric. And when you do lyrics, you want to make sure that you put a dash in between the syllables if the word isn't done. Mm. And if the syllable goes across multiple notes, you want to make sure to put it as a melisma or have a slur right here. Ticks. It's a lot higher, but that should be good. Now I'm starting to think that I should just put all of the words here because I'm like, it's so much easier to see what's going on. especially if there's no data for them to read, honestly. Besides playing the chords. Dee 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 dee. But let's check it out. Yeah, there's not much data there, so might as well put it in. And then I have stuff for the vocal. 3, 4. Stressing us. Stressing us. Nope. So to change from like you click on a note and you change it to whatever, you press N. That's the way I know how to do it. I don't know if there's a faster way, but when I press N, I can now put the note there. I could do it on the keyboard, I realize. Stressing us all. Yeah. But generally, when I have the same note, I just press R. Stressing us all. Got a little melisma here. Mm-hmm. That's not right. Stressing us all up. Stressing us all out. So there. I'm gonna use Shift Option Command. Alright. Stressing us. Sounds corny, but it's more of a grace note than it is actually stressing us out. You know when you put like the actual note and it's like kind of corny? It's like a blue, it's like a blue note. I'm gonna leave it for now. But yeah, so whenever the note crosses is a part of it, it'll make that for you, but that's why those exist. So you can see the length of the word and the note. Stressing us all out with there. Cool. We'll get back to that. Then this part, you say that I. So I want to emphasize these little hits here, but also if we move toward here, lead line, I want to put that in there as well. So here was the lead line. And instead of copying over all of this data, we're gonna go to home. Probably can't see this. Home, filter, notes and chords. Copy, go back. And actually, I'm gonna go, oh. Not sure if it's gonna do it. gonna do a random note. Let's see if it copies like this. Hmm. You know what? Instead, I'm gonna make this part. I'm gonna make this voice 2. And then for voice 1, I'll paste that. Look kind of messy right now. So let's fix it a little. This does need to be down here, so we're gonna move this up, up, and press X to flip it. Do we need to flip it? Uh, all right. Yeah, I think flipping it is a good call. Okay. So the tricky part about this is that there's technically 2 guitar parts, but it's not really guaranteed that we'd have a second guitar. So I actually am gonna give this line to the sax most likely, or I might give it to a first violin. So that's really the job of me, the orchestrator, the arranger, um, and that's what decision we're gonna make right now, because there will be a sax on this. Yeah, so far this looks okay, but I think I'm gonna flip this around just so we have some space here. Oh, what happened to that chord? Oh, there it is. Still want to make sure that we have 4-bar phrases. Actually, this is probably supposed to be a... Alright, since this is the same, we are going to repeat. Yeah, we got it. I'm gonna flip all these. Just so we have some space separating them. This goes up. Perfect. Switcheroony. Okay. My bad. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. I realized I spelled Modern Romantics wrong in the file name. Yay! But yeah, let's finish this part. Make it crystal clear what part is which. This should be not a whole note. That would be confusing. Knew that looked funny. All right, here we go. The problem sometimes happens that it doesn't look right in the full score. It looks okay. It changed some of these. Because the other thing we're making is a conductor score. But we'll get to that. The thing about Sibelius is that what you do in the full score will change what's in the other score, but not the other way around. When you change in the instrument score, see how it's like yellow? That means stuff that isn't changed in the score. But if you put notes in the score that you're working on, that will change, but not stuff like I'm flipping these around. That won't change. Oh, wrong way. Oops. Want these down. I realize this is really small, including for me. I think I'm missing one thing. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, that looks pretty good, except for this. Okay, super clear. So that way the sax can play it and or another lead part. If that lead part happens to be like, let's say it's just piano. Piano can still play this. It's in it. If it's important enough, it'll be played. Let me check that guy. Okay, let's do voice 2 filter. Oh. For some reason, voice 1 keeps moving. So get down there. So the first part goes like that. Da 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 da. So we're gonna delete this. Something like that. So that still works. We're gonna make that Something like that. And then make that small. Oops. I meant to only do that to voice 2. Oh no, voice 1. Dang it. Got him flipped. Always watch your posture. Alright. Once again, filter, voice 1, boop. Okay, hopefully that's clear. Hmm. Okay, fix it in the full score. Oh. Sometimes it's easier to just do it in the full score so you don't have to do double the work. Okay, intro riff. Ba, ba, ba. So electric guitar or sax solo. We're gonna give a sax solo. So let's create our sax part so we get that out of the way. So our sax player plays Barry and alto. Barry's freaking cool, so we're gonna do that. Score sounds. Do we want score sounds down the octave? I think so. Okay. All right. Drink water. Water break. Hello. We got Jen in the chat. Love a berry. I love a berry too. How's it going, Jen? It is hot. I really should have AC in this room with all the machinery. Okay. So we're doing berry. We're gonna do it. So far, we put some better cues in the score for rhythm charts. Bow, 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 bow. This song is by Hazel, my friend Itzel, who is the music director of this musical. So, bow, bow, bow. I know this is not really kosher. I like that it goes up and down. This isn't really a thing, but I'm writing it. So I think having it go beep, boop, beep, down, up is helpful. And even this goes, because, like, specifically this song is like power chords. Do, 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 do. It's rock. So I'm not being graded. I am not being graded by a music teacher, so I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. That's something. I know it is. Okay, so for the berry, what are they gonna play? Beep, four, four, four. I wonder if they should play the third or not. Can you hear the honks? Font. Hmm. Have them play the fifth. Fa fa fa. That would not be funny. It's funny now. No. Let's do. It's so funny to me. No. Why does it sound so sad? That's why it's such a blessing to hear your music that you write with like real musicians. So it'll sound. No! Sibelius. So that's what we're playing. I don't know how that would be to have the third down there. We should just have him on. Yeah, we should just have him on the root. I think having it just hit the chords would be nice, but then have them just wail on the second repeat or on the first repeat. Or like do 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 do. I'm just making this shit up as I go. Now you're seeing the part where like it doesn't exist at all. I'm just thinking in my noggin and put it on the page. This is that part. I also, the hard part of arranging for like different instruments is them not hating you. Not that they would. I love these people, but I want to put stuff that's playable and I don't play Barry sax, so. Same. I want them to kind of like that'd be kind of cool. This isn't even that low for them. Okay, that's low. Hmm. Ba-do-dee. Do-do-dee, do-dee, do-dee. Mm. Da, da. Okay, we're in A minor. I don't know. I don't know what to put for them. I could just put slashes, honestly. And just like wail. Just play. Just improv. I'll just say improv on second time. Limprov. I'm trying to imagine the actual sound because it's so difficult with this little honk sound. Ba-doo-dee. What is the range? Ba-doo-bee. I apologize. Hmm. Oh, wait, we want to do G, not B flat, even though B flat's in there. Let's do that. Boom, ba da doo. Boom, boom, ba da doo da. That could work. Boom, ba da doo. Boom, boom, baby, boom, boom. So we're going to take this idea and then Shift Option Command over to paste. Doo, 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 doo. And then okay, that should be good. Ba-bum. So it'll be like. Not bad. We'll see how it sounds on Tuesday, which is the first rehearsal for this. Truth be told, streaming honestly helps me just focus, even if I'm yapping. I'm focused on the thing at hand. Ooh, it might be cool to have the Barry play da 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 da, which is the vibe. It's kind of a Paramore-ish thing. Da 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 da. Okay. Da da ba da ba ba da. We're gonna listen to that part real quick. I could give what the guitar's playing since we're not really sure if we're gonna have two guitars. There's a little cool part that also would sound good on piano. That's the other part. This is really orchestration because I'm like, there's cool parts in the track that are already in existence, and who do I give that to? So this one, we actually don't have strings at all. So we're not doing strings, but I'm also allowed to just pop a string in there. Pop a string. I mean, put some in there. But we're gonna challenge ourselves and see if we could just deal with what we have. Words. But let's see. Okay, cool part. I like that. Get rid of this. Ba do do ba. Ba do do ba. What is that note? Again, don't want them to hate me. Because what if this is really high? Boo. 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 So this is actually a. Ba-da, ba-da-da-ba. Cool, a syncopated thing. We're gonna do that again. So, ba-do-do-ba, ba-do. We just gotta like turn it down in the mix because my god. It was already difficult to do sax, regular like tenor sax. I imagine Barry is not too different with trying to be quiet. Just honk. It's such a cool guitar part. Dun, dun, dun. So instead of recreating this again, we're actually going to highlight it. Hope you can see this. Let's make it a little bigger for you. Boop. Make it a wee bit bigger. Sorry. We can do that by making the screen bigger. Zoom. Cool. So we're taking this section and without copy pasting it because we don't need to, we're gonna Shift Option Command click. Da, 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 ba, ba, da. So it's just a major second, and we're just gonna. There you go. So slightly different. There you go. Instead of recreating it all over. La di da 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 da. Here we go. So as far as dynamics go, I watched a video recently about. Oh, I'll do full. I watched a video recently about orchestration because it has been. Oh my gosh, it's been 7 years since I've been in school about this stuff. One of the pitfalls of orchestrators is that people are very timid with dynamics. And I thought that was a cool thing to talk about now because my instinct is, oh, it needs to be lower in the mix. But for a player, telling them to be like super quiet just because it's lower in the mix actually might hurt the arrangement because of how difficult that instrument in that range is to be quiet. And so instead of telling them to be super quiet or like mezzo piano, I'm actually going to tell them to be like mezzo forte. So basically, avoid the mezzo sections of the dynamic for stuff like strings. And this is just what I gleaned from why being timid with dynamics is like timid as in sticking to the middle and just not going beyond the middle. So I can give them, I could say piano and then like let them establish what piano is. Because if I base it on the mix of the entire song, then they're that's not giving them information. I need to like let them decide what piano is for them. And if they have an issue, they can tell me, right? That was one of the things from the last run that happened was like being very accommodating by saying like, "Hey, if you guys notice anything in your chart that's incorrect or difficult to decipher, please let me know." And nobody let me know until the rehearsal. Instead of being timid about dynamics and whatever, just be like exaggerated a little bit and see what happens if they're actually following it. Because if you always put mezzo forte and piano, which is like middle of the road, then I don't know, then your fortes don't even sound as loud. You know what I mean? So everything else is pretty sparse here. So I'm gonna say that they're gonna be piano and see what happens because I'm not going to be upset at them if it sticks out, because that is actually the job of the mixer, like the person who's mixing the EP, the person who's mixing the musical live. Anyway, small ramble, back to it. And I might even give them something to say like sweetly, because like this is going to be fortissimo, just like everybody else. So really honk. All right. Stressing us all out. Ain't that the truth? Modern romantics stressing us all out. Sweetly. I don't know. So I'm going to give them the breath mark of this phrase is all together. All in one breath. Shouldn't be too difficult because it's just one measure. All right, next part. Da, da. Maybe I don't want sax to play that guitar part. Just give them a whole note and maybe a low guy. All you want to do is run. Let's see. Oh, I can give them what the bass is playing a little bit. Hmm. I wish they had that note. ba 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 ba. That's what we want repeated. No. Bow. So right now we're orchestrating the bari sax part, and we're doing treble clef sounding down an octave. Hello, if you're just joining me, I stream music things and also video games. I do grounded, um, and right now I'm arranging a musical, which is something I started doing this year, but it's something I've always wanted to do. So I thought I should do it on stream because I don't really see too many things like this. So I was like, why not? And it's fun for me. Let's see. We want a G here. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna have him slide down to that note. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, let's do. Nope. BD dot. Sorry about all the honks. Let me know if it's too loud. BD dot. That's too low for him, huh? Okay. Ending on the fifth. Iffy. But it'll do. Maybe the major seven. I think that should be nice. Heck yeah. And we'll give him, or whoever it is in the future, the person I'm talking about is their pronouns are he, him. We'll give the sax player this crescendo to fortissimo. We're trying not to be too timid with those dynamics. Bow. Make this fortissimo as well. Being consistent. Boom, 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 boom. That should be good. Okay, next. Chorus. Chorus 1. This looks a little funny, so I'm going to check out what's going on here. So with lyrics, you want to, yeah, there you go. Modern. Romantics. This looks weird as well. There you go. Stressing us all out. I think I had a lyric that was wrong. Yeah, all you like to do. Cool. With their sneaky little antics. So do we need more data here? I'm not sure. Okay. All right. So I'm thinking about giving this to sax, this little lead line here. So we're gonna highlight it and we're gonna go up to home. I don't know if you can see this. No, that's not what I wanted. Filter. I wish this filter thing was just like on the keypad because I hit it so much. Um, let's do voice one, copy, and then paste. We don't need this. Maybe give it a harmony. Ba-da. No. Why isn't this moving? There you go. Can you see this? Yes. Not everything needs a harmony. I learned that a little bit on the last stream where I was like making the string parts a little too complicado. Yeah, because this is too high for him. Sometimes we want to view the panorama, which is just like scrolling. So we don't have to keep going all the way to the top. It would be easier to do alto because we got a lot of higher voices, but when I got a chance to do Barry, I'm gonna take it, you know? Barry sax. I actually grew up with a lot of Barry sax because my uncle plays it. I grew up with Charles Mingus on the stereo. Right, we want regular, normal. Yeah, I forgot about this part. Filter. Easy. So that one I, instead of copy paste, I did shift. Shift option command. I want this to be regular. I'm not gonna give him that. I'm gonna do, if I can make this lower. Let me say something beefy. That's something. That could be something on a G minor. Let's check it out. If we have no. Maybe have this be a quarter note to emphasize. I kind of want them to do, but I don't know how to write that. Maybe an octave might be cool. Yeah, just like roll it. Maybe a roll. Rallentando. I forget what that means. I think it's just like like it's a version of retardando, maybe. All right, what are these? Might just do a glissando, and have him fall off. That would be awesome. Just how do? There must be something like that. Something. Maybe it's on the notes here. No. It's gotta be. Yes. There you go. It'll fall off. You know what I mean, right? When the sax is like, brr. All right, and then we're gonna copy and paste. We'll have him improv instead. But we'll start with that. Sorry if this is moving too fast. Ba-da-dee-dee. Okay. Oh, for some reason it screenshotted my page and I did not do anything. Okay, I'm gonna tell him in plain English. Ribbon. Sax solo. Just shred it. Shred. Shred. I hope that means something to them. I think it will. Gave it time. Okay, so second verse, I'm gonna do the same thing with the verse one. What is it? Sweetly. That line. But I think there's more. Boop. Gave her time. Let's do it. So we're gonna listen to that verse two a little bit. Cool. That's really it. I'm gonna give him the same thing. A lot of this is just the same. So carry that over. Boom. We forgot a double bar. So we're gonna do that. And since we're here, save. Super important to save. All right. We are popping off here. We're almost done with even the sax part, which is what I set out to do. We're at about an hour 37. I'm hoping to finish this sax and rhythm part by the top of that hour. Or 10:30. That would be awesome. Since we have the melody over here, I'm gonna delete that and give the rhythm part this little cue. Again, apologies for the fast motion. I will go slower. Oh wait, I missed it, didn't I? Yeah. Do I gotta spell it out? That's right there. All you have to do is run. Well, darling. Okay. I think we have that in the chorus too. Yes. Modern romantics dressing us all out. Cute. Modern romantics. And what did I have? Hold on. In the chorus here. I don't think I decided what to put in the sax part. Not gonna lie, I'm burning up right now. Ugh. Okay. Rippin' sax solo. Modern romantic. Alright, I'm gonna skip that for now because it's like brand new material. But the next lead line is slightly different, I think. Let me check. Doesn't have to all be the same, but yeah, it's just a teensy bit different. La da da. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think I already wrote it. Cool. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go back and copy it because I have all this information. Copy and paste. Yeah, right here. Paste. So instead, da 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 da. We're gonna do that. Awesome. And once again, we're doing the filter that I wish was a little bit more accessible. This will sound drastically different than the guitar playing it. Different vibe. But I think it'll be sexy. We got this little bridge here. It's kind of ambient. Okay. Hmm. I feel like I want the sax to improv more, and then once it gets to this uh to do pedal tones. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta decide. Long tones, maybe. The more information, the better, though. Two, three, four. Yeah. Okay. Dun. You know what? I will just give him. Ah, hmm. Yeah, improv, ambient, ambiance, ambient, ambient, uh, building. Yeah, it's not really mezzo forte here, is it? See, there I go with the timid dynamics. Mezzo forte or mezzo piano. Wait, so you can see it a little bit better. So I had mezzo piano here. We're gonna use piano because I learned that being timid and staying in the middle actually makes your loud sections and your soft sections not sound very loud at all or very soft at all. Oh, you want? Because this has got a punch, you know. All you like to do is run. That's what we want. So we're gonna do FF. And we're gonna give him the same thing. That's another thing. Did I even give him markings? I didn't give him chords. Jesus. Let's do the. Oh gosh. I recently got rid of my armchair or the arms of my chair so I could play guitar more on this, but I didn't realize how much I used it to crack my back. But or just lean on. Okay, we're doing chord symbols. Bada bing, bada boom. And this reminds me, I should probably give him where it says rippin' solo and it has no chords. Silly me. We're gonna do filter, chord symbols, boom. I'm just gonna give him chord symbols for these. Context. Where is he in the music? Also need to give him pre-chorus and we're gonna show in parts. So we don't want all this stuff in the score. Still not sure what to give in the chorus. I should just keep it simple, probably. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, I think so. Da, 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 No, he can't do that. He can't do that. Maybe I'll do ba 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 ba. Actually, I'm not sure if that's the rhythm. It's hard to hear bass. Let's see. Yeah, it's just da 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 da. I don't want to completely. It's when you're playing sax, like do, 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 do. Da 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 da. Maybe I'll just give da 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 da. Something different. That's not just do 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 do. Da 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 da. Whoa. Still simple, but ba ba ba. Yeah, there's some emphasis, so I want to do it. Ba 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 bum. Yeah, I might change that eighth note passage. It's a little weird. No. Ba ba ba. Let's do quarter note. Ba, ba. Let's do this. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dee, 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 doo, dee, 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 doo, dee, 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 dee. Dun, dun. Yeah, I'll keep it to that. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, we'll repeat that. Ba, da, da. No, wait. That's it. Okay, we want Doo-doo. Okay, make these not small note heads because it looks like a Q. Q. Posture. I'm gonna make it a little funkier. Let me see. No, I thought it would be easier to copy it over, but I don't think it is. I'm always trying to think of more efficient ways to do things, but it might not be. Yeah, that was easier. See? Da. Yeah, that'll work. Ooh, I'm so excited to hear this. But don't cut the middle. Save that for myself. I'm gonna give quarter notes. Does it work down the octave? Yeah. I don't know if this will work, but I want that fall off. This is coming together. I think we can accomplish this. We can do it. All you want to do is run. I don't think Sibelius has spell check, so woo! Water. Okay. All you like to do. I'm gonna give Sax this. Boom, boom. Ooh. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, wait, that's not right. That's not right. See that little bit there? All right, we'll give a pretty simple part for this. Do, do, do. All you like to do is give half notes to give that half time feel. Ah. Mm. Dang, I wish. We forgot a staccato. Time that I have my fun. Ba da 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 da. That might be cool. We're almost done. Ba- Hmm. Da 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 da. I want to say the rhythm is a little different here. Ooh. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Da da. Dun, da 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 da. Yeah, forte. Ba 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 ba. Nope. Dun, ba da da. Dun, ba da. Let's see. No. Stressing us all out. Ba 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 ba. something like that. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Bow. Ba. Ba, ba, da, da, da. Something like that. Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Ba. Okay, we gotta go back to the little line here. Copy both of these. Da, 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 da. Okay, and we got lead line. Does it do anything different? Same thing. Okay, now we're filtering, voice one, boom, and we're making that all regular. I think I could do it from here. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Yeah, did it. Just make sure it doesn't clash. That's fine. Da 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 da. We need a staccato boom. I want some sort of like trill, but I don't need to put what I actually like. There's not a note that I need it on. We're just gonna put huh, put like a trill. go ahead and wail. And then the last part, we want to give something. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we need bum, 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 bum. I think just make it easy. Then we'll put a little asterisk or quarter note improv. Whatever works. It's not really that important. Cool. All right, we're gonna check this out. Let's look at our Barry Sachs chart. Okay, we also need tempo. So let's figure that out too. Go to the beginning. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's. So this is going to be in rock. Okay, in Sibelius we want. Probably can't see this. Text. Styles. We need tempo. It's going to be here. And you can't see it, but we're going to put quarter note equals. I'm just guessing. Let me see. Oh, it's super slow. Maybe we shouldn't guess. We're gonna make these staccato. Ba, ba, ba. It's more like a tenuto. No. Ba, ba, because it's not exactly ba, ba, ba. It's like ba, 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 ba. There's just some space in between, but it's not exactly how I would do a eighth note with the rest. Hope it'll make sense. Hmm. Yeah, I'll keep that. Yeah, I'll give this a slur. Boom, do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. I don't think I needed the slur actually. Rock. That will do. Okay, back to the chart here. So just moving some things. Oh yeah, we also need the markings, like I said, with the intro, verse, chorus, whatever. Okay, it's right at 10:30-ish. We're nearly done. We're just gonna move all of these section markings. So all we gotta do, when you have it in the panorama view, it's a lot easier in my opinion. Do we want the chords here? Why not? Again, it's about context. And if it's confusing, I can remove it. I think it's just more info. Okay, intro riff. Verse 2. I think I didn't put anything for the chorus. Oh, I forgot. Just for my future self. Eh. Showing parts. Showing parts. This is just for future self. Totally optional. Make sure we have a chorus here. Show in parts. Show in parts. So what I'm not going to do is have the chord symbols elsewhere where I don't want Barry to play, you know? Sounds like I'm talking about Barry, like a person. I actually just finished watching Barry, um, the show from HBO. Um, I just finished it and it was a good show. However, I did notice that at the very end of the show, they pop in some Israel propaganda. And I'm noticing that more and more because when I was younger and I'd watch shows, I didn't notice these things, but it was just at the very last season. It was super weird because I don't know when the last season was filmed. Um, I know it was post 2020. That's all I know. Probably 2022. But like I can't give it away, but somebody, one of the characters is like, I was such a narcissist. And then I went to go live in Israel. And now I'm like that's ironic. That's really ironic. And it's not just ironic, it's a thing. It's a thing that TV does. It's a thing that TV does. Just like it's something called normalizing. You just normalize a slip into conversation that like this person goes to Israel for enlightenment. I don't feel like I'd go to Israel for enlightenment. I don't feel like I would. But it's just classic settler stuff. Um, and it's just so funny because like he was in a way like running away from something. But again, I won't give away too much of it. Um, I enjoyed the show overall. It said it was a drama, but I was laughing my ass off most of the time. It definitely has some moments where I'm like, holy shit. But yeah, it was pretty funny. And I have a clip of it actually. I filmed it, the propaganda part. I did film it. Like maybe I should put this on TikTok or something. Ba ba da ba da. Okay, we're almost done here. Was there an easier way for me to do this? Maybe so. But I don't mind yapping and doing this. Oh, oh, another mistake here. Sometimes you notice things. I want to have this super clear and have a stem on it. Stem on it. So I'm pressing Shift Option 4 to turn this into uh the thingy with stems. The note with stems. Shift Option 4. And I'm pressing Command to select a couple of them. And X to turn it around. Alright, good. And these guys. Oh, this happened because I just pasted it in recently. Okay. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Hmm. Okay. Do we have the chorus there? No. Let's do that. Chorus 3. Intro riff. So I still have electric guitar or sax solo because they could riff off each other. It really just depends. All right, I press save. So let's take a second. We're gonna take a little stretch break. Something that's really important for working on the computer for like a couple straight hours. Um, not too straight. I'm gay, but okay. Is stretching your arms, and what I'm doing right now is stretching the traps um behind my neck and just like putting my scapula together. And I won't do it right now, but I tend to do a thing where I have a Pomodoro timer when I'm not on stream, but I should probably have a little bit of a snack break the next time I do this, which will be tomorrow, Friday. Yeah, is stand up. Like absolutely stand up when you do these stretch breaks so that you're not just sitting on your butt. I mean, I could do it. I mean, just like stand up and actually stretch your back because I would be remiss if I didn't talk about that as far as like this being educational content that stretching and not just being with your hands on the desk on the computer for 2 hours straight or 3 or 4 hours straight even um, hydrate and make sure that you are stretching even in between takes in between things. So we're switching over to looking at the parts themselves, and I'm not going to be sending off these parts like on stream. I'm going to take another look at them. So once I'm done sort of shaping the part itself that the bari sax player will see, once I'm done looking at that, we're probably just going to go off stream, and then I'm going to do another stretch session after that. So here we go. So back to this. Um and if you'd like to support me, I have my Ko-fi link on screen, and the Ko-fi link is also a place where you can find my stickers there, which has the little Boi Xochi logo. You can find my stickers, and the sticker also has this wonderful, hold on, let me just show you real quick. Has this wonderful sun on it. I don't know if it's focusing good. There you go. Has a little sun on it. That's a Boi Xochi sticker. I actually accidentally washed a couple of them, like regular stickers. They were in my pocket and they survived. This one that's on my water bottle right now is from a washed sticker. So it it does pretty well. I gotta say, I'm definitely getting my money's worth. And if you wash your water bottle, it stays. So yay. I have stickers on my Kobe site. I also have merch. It's not on my Ko-fi site yet, but it is on my website, which is boixochi.com. You can find it there. If you are interested in having lessons, lessons in voice, lessons in piano, virtual lessons, or even lessons in doing this, arranging. How do I arrange my songs myself? Or can you arrange my songs for me? Can you write my charts? Please hit me up on, you can email me at um, boisochi at fastmail.com, or you can like send a form on my website, or you can DM me at any of the social media sites, um, like Instagram or TikTok. TikTok I don't catch as much, but you can do that as well. 3, 4. Okay, this is a tricky one because these aren't really 4-bar phrases. I'm just gonna put the verse together here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. Okay, then pre-chorus goes over here. Don't know why it's attached there. Okay, so what I just did there is I highlighted it and I selected make into system because I feel like it goes together fine. So I don't want to cut this, which is like the little glissando down. I don't really want to cut it, to be honest. Okay. However, I want to actually do this together. 1, okay, 8. Oh yeah, we didn't write anything there. I'll probably check on that later. I need to figure out if we want the same stuff. 6. We're just gonna do a 6-bar phrase. Right. First two. I don't think it's a huge deal to not have 4-bar phrases every time. This is correct. However, wait. Measure 48. I want to have that chord there. Yeah, make into system. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 4-bar phrases. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Wait, this should be down. Yeah, it should be down. No, why is it doing this? So strange, it's not. What? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong one. What even is Z on Sibelius? None of these are flipping. What's happening? I just want it to flip around. I have to sneeze. Oh, that was that was a big one. Oh boy. Here's my tissue. Excuse me. Okay. Maybe I need to do it here. Oh, okay. I guess it's not really doing it. Oops. I don't know why it's not changing. Oh, I guess I could just drag it. Lesson learned. Don't need to freak out. That's so weird. It doesn't do it like the regular way. All right, 4 bar, 4 bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pre-chorus. Um, is run. 1, 2, 3, 4. All good. Okay, last couple pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't need this note that says lead line. 3, 4. Oh, I forgot to put chords here. Oh no. Let's see. Got a label. Let's do filter, chord symbols. Bab, 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 E minor, bab, bab. Reminds me of my friend Babs. I'll shout out to Babs. Excellent. Speaking of Babs, you should go check out their video on the Council for National Policy and their personal beef with Charlie Kirk. Check that out on TikTok. Um, I think on TikTok they're Pinball Witch. Yeah, Babs is the name. All right, Bab, A minor. Dun 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 dun. Cool. All right, we're we're done here. We are done, except for that chorus part, and I'll check that out. Arranged by Boi Xochi. That's me. And look at these chords. This should all be fine. Oop, this verse goes here. Silly goose. PS is pick scratch. Pre-chorus. Halftime. Let's just space this out a little bit. Stressing us all out. Ha ha ha. Ha. I might fix a couple things again off screen, but just nitty gritty stuff. Drums build. All you like to do is run. Oh, great. Chorus, chorus. Oh no. Gotta move these down. Per. Okay. Da 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 da. I wonder if would it fit here? Nah, not really. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. All right, folks. We we did it. We did it a little bit later than I wanted to, but that's fine. Um, we did it. What I wanted to accomplish on stream today was the Barry sax part. We do have one little gap, but I think I'm just gonna copy paste what I have in the other chorus. When in doubt, copy paste it out, I guess. Yeah, so once again, I'm Boi Xochi. I'm the arranger and orchestrator person for Silhouettes of Scarlet, and that one night only show is going to be December 11th at the Latino Theater Center, or the LATC, LA Theater Center, Latino Theater Company. There you go. LA Theater Center complex, and I'm really stoked. But beyond that, I'm making the score and the book, and this chart is also for the EP that we are recording. So all of those are kind of mixed into one project. And hello, if you're joining me, I am doing this hopefully every day as I can because I'm a disabled musician and sometimes the heat kills me, and so I can't. But today we finished a stream making a baritone sax part and a rhythm part. This is the rhythm part for a musical that I am arranging and orchestrating and scoring. This one is called Modern Romantics. I want to shout out Hazel, who is the artist, HZEL, who's the artist of this song, and they have the Maturation of Venus Part 1 EP. Super dope EP, and I'm really glad I got to arrange this. There's another song on her record that I actually arrange strings on, and sometimes at the end of my stream, I like to just show you a little bit of like some of the other stuff. So we're gonna save this for now, and we're gonna open another one that's actually finished. So this one has no strings, but a lot of the other tracks do. So Modern Romantics, we are adding that song into the musical. And what I like about this musical is that it is something that like they love just incorporating other artists into it. So if you have like dreams of doing musical stuff and like having your songs in musicals, keep writing and keep showing your material to other people because it pays off eventually. And my music, a song of mine is going to be in the musical, so I'm really stoked about that too, and I'm gonna write strings for that, and you bet that I'm gonna be doing it on stream. So this is um I'm All In Scarlet, which was in the original run of the musical. And we're also recording this um, coming up in October. So we got some drum parts as well. And right here, Scarlet is this score is kind of like combined. It's not necessarily a medley. but it goes straight in to the next song, which is Scarlet. And this is completely an original arrangement. So there wasn't strings even on some of these. I'm like transcribing the strings onto paper, but this I just came from my mind. So I have a lot of like pride in this one. And so although since this is done, this has already been done like in a musical theater setting, I will be when I'm working on this, I'm working on the actual conductor score. And the conductor score will be for Itzel or Hazel, who will be conducting it. So I'll just be getting rid of stuff that she doesn't need to see. So yeah, we got um, and we have, is this gonna play? I don't think it is. It's fine. But yeah, so here's the string quartet. And I love when the vocals come in at this section here, because what you have here is this tremolo figure, and it's super delicate, super delicate for the strings, and it just sounds incredible. And we have a lot of that going on. Uh, yeah, we got some improv. I might build this out a little bit since I have a lot of like in the last run I was like really rushed a little bit, just like, okay, we just gotta fill it out. So I'm gonna give them a little bit um more information. But yeah, here's a score that's basically done, and it has string quartet plus vocals, and it has more of a lead sheet on it too. So good. But yeah, check out Chris Snyder's. Chris Snyder's is Chris like you would spell it, Chris Siders. Chris Siders. A lot of this music is there. He also released an album. He released an album yesterday, I believe. So please check that out with West. And yeah, follow for more. I will be doing this as much as I can, as much as I can. So I don't necessarily have a schedule, but generally I like to stream at night when it's a little cooler. So I'll see you soon. I'll definitely see you tomorrow. I stream Fridays at 7:30. So I'll see you Friday, 7:30. And take it easy. Much love. See you next time.